Good morning, you little fuckers.
What? That
Welcome.
was my line.
I'm sorry. I thought. Okay. My bad. You were too slow.
On that note, welcome to the Four Seasons podcast. I don't know who's running the show anymore. It was never really me.
But we lost our
I know what I
whole-
bring to the table, but does anybody out there know what they bring to the table?
What you say, bro? What you say about tables?
Hey, we're going
about to-
there
I'm about to-
so early.
I'm about to flip one here right now because my fucking part got taken. But it's all right. It's okay. I know what I still bring. What about you? What's that? Anything?
Morning. Next week's good morning, you little fuckers. We had no idea Mike was gonna throw us off today, but welcome.
I do what I got to do.
Welcome to another episode of Four Seasons. Glad to be here with all these wonderful gentlemen in here. Today's
Good morning,
topic
folks.
is what do you bring to the table? Speaking about tables, what do women bring to the table? What do men bring to the table? What do you expect your partner to bring to the table? Anything that has to do with the table, and I'm not meaning the fucking coffee table that you're sitting on listening to this shit. Alright. So, Bato, obviously you've been married for a while now. Did you expect anything for Annie to bring to the table?
Honestly,
Straight to the gut. Sorry, guys.
no, because when we got together, we were both pretty young, so we didn't even know what that meant. Now, as we're aging, we both have to understand that we both do bring different things to the table, and that changes often as we evolve, as Annie evolves, as I evolve. We knew for damn sure that we didn't. I see this on other podcasts all the time and videos. What do you bring to the table? And what I'll say is, those things that those women want are way different than what Annie wants me to bring to the table. Just like me as a man, what I want Annie to bring to the table, we're both about growth, development, and hitting new stages in our life. So she's got her own financial goals. I have my own financial goals. But at the same time, we bring those financial goals together and put them on the same plate, because it all goes to the same place for us. So, I can't wait to hear what you guys have to say about this, because I know Annie and I, we don't have a traditional marriage, so it's not like, oh, she's a stay-at-home mom. As a matter of fact, I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys that know me thought that I was just a stay-at-home dad up until I started to get a little bit more busy with my business, right? But it's not that the roles are switched in my house. It's just I'm the guy that runs his business, so I have more flexibility with my time. So yeah, we both bring different things to the table. However, she's got her own goals on her development. I got my own goals on my development, and then we get together, and at the end of the day, everything goes to the same table. So I can't wait to hear what you guys have to say about this.
Okay.
Do you guys hold each other to any expectations as far as bringing anything to the table, as far as like, you need to do this, or you need, I think well, probably for you guys now, it's more of like just a motivational push to maybe try to do more, to bring more to the table, you know what I mean? So I guess that really can't be a question, because do you guys hold each other to any expectation on that?
I think we hold each other accountable. Expectations shouldn't be a thing. When you expect and you don't get, your traumas come in play. So I don't feel that there should be you should have an understanding of what people should do together, right? Like, if the dishes are dirty and she's busy doing her thing, I'm gonna wash the dishes. I'm gonna throw a load of laundry in. I'm gonna put it to dry if she doesn't. You know, at the end of the day, that the house needs to keep afloat, and there has to be a flow of energy coming from both. It can't be 50-50. It's 100-100. But the days that she's sick and she's running at 30%, I have to pick up that extra 70. So, but there is no expectation. You know, just the expectation that we both have, I guess, is keep our bargain of our word. If she says she's going to do something, there's an expectation that she's going to do it, even if it takes an hour, a day, or 2 or 3 days, and vice versa. But to expect, man, you can't expect anything but from yourself. But we both have to hold each other accountable. If she says she's going to do something, I'll check in and I'll be like, hey, did you do that thing you said you were going to do? No? Okay, well, okay, I'm not going to push her. It's on her. It's her end.
Yeah, the accountability aspect of it. All right, I get that. Yeah, that's commendable. It's understandable too. Yeah. Mike? Mosca?
Oh man, that's crazy. My expectations are very direct. I've been known I always have to. I don't like to live in the gray area, but I do agree with certain things that what Bato said about, you know, it's 100%. A lot of the expectations and what our thought process of what we bring to the table, it really depends on our upbringing, you know, how we were raised. I can tell you exactly what I bring to the table: leadership, security, both physical, emotional, financial, right? Integrity, accountability, teamwork, and encouragement, and amongst so many more other qualities that we could list. But that don't mean shit if you don't have the right partner. It really doesn't. You know, obviously your marriage works that certain way because you guys complement each other. I don't know about you girls, but what aspects do you bring? Like, what has worked in your past? I'm not asking Mosca because I know Mosca, you have history as well. What are some things you bring to the table, and what has worked and what hasn't worked?
All right, so for me it's a little bit different because I used to bring a lot to the table. I was the breadwinner. So basically, I brought everything to the table. The only thing I always requested from my partner was just to be there for me and the kids. You know, I was bad in communication, so I needed help with that back then. Now I'm a different person. But what I would always ask is like, hey, you know, have dinner ready, have breakfast ready. You know, I would always ask for the little things. I never asked for a lot when it came to like a relationship or anything like that. I never asked for a lot. I just want you to be there for me when I need you.
Right.
That's it. If you can be there for me when I need you, or if you can be there if I'm going through something, like Vato said, 50-50. If we're going to do this whole 50-50 shit, I got you. But if I'm down, I need you to pick it up. If you're down, obviously I'm going to pick it up. And once again, Vato said it, accountability. If you're going to say you're going to do something, do it. Don't do it 3 months from now and then be like, oh shoot, I forgot. It's already too late. Why even bother now? I'm at that point, like, if you want me to explain myself and you keep it interrupting me, by the third time I'm done with the whole fucking subject. So don't even bother at this point. Like, I'm done. Move on. So what I ask you to bring to the table is just support my emotion, support me for now, and once we get to that assessment, we can run over the world, we can rule the world, because we're gonna support each other left and right. We're both literally gonna build this table and go from there.
So I do have a question for anybody that's in the box and in the comment section. What do what is your definition of accountability in a relationship, especially if you bring that type of aspect to the table? What's your idea of accountability?
I really wanted to hear what Nick had to say about the first question.
Oh shit! I'm sorry, Nick. My bad.
Oh shit.
There you go.
Oh, about what I bring to the table?
Yeah, what do you bring to the table? Sorry about that. Good one, by the way. Good one.
Okay, so in my first 2 relationships, I brought everything to the table. They were going to school. So I obviously I didn't mind being 100%. You know what I mean? Small things that I asked for, and with one of them I didn't get any of it, which ultimately will lead to a demise. I don't mind supporting, but if you have no motivation to better yourself, I can only hold on for so long, and the relationship is only gonna hold on for so long. I brought everything to the table. You didn't have to worry about nothing. Very little things that people had to worry about, and they somehow seem to fuck it up. Okay, I mean, life is complicated, but it's only as complicated as you fucking make it. Okay. And the second one, like I said, I brought everything to the table. Just going to school and started working, and it was 50-50. Back then I was still young, and I was stupid. I still act like a 12-year-old kid. I'm still fucking always messing around. Like that aspect will never grow out of me. But I know what I bring. I can sustain myself.
Right.
And now that I'm older, I don't have the patience to take care of anybody else, because I already have 4 children to take care of. I don't need another fucking child to take care of. So for me to be with somebody, you need to be able to sustain life on your own, because my ass might be gone tomorrow.
Yep.
And what are you gonna do then? Well, he took care of everything. He did everything. No, I don't need that. Like I don't mind putting in extra for you to get where you need to be, but you need to be motivated and driven to get there, because I can feed myself. I can keep my table full. But if I'm doing it all by myself, I might as well be by myself. I don't need another child. And some say, well, that's kind of, what if they lose their job or yada yada. Okay, you lose your fucking job. That shit happens. You get your ass out there and you find another fucking job, and you continue on. Like I said, I don't mind being the whole 100, but I'm not going to stay doing that forever. But while I am doing that, and whether you're going to school or doing some kind of training, classes, whatever the case is, there are things that should be kept up. Like the home should be kept up. Obviously, there's children involved. They should be taken care of first and foremost. You at least got to just do your share. If I'm putting all 100, that's probably going to create a lot of backlash, because just like women don't want a fucking deadbeat man, I don't want some fucking deadbeat fucking woman. You have to want something better for yourself. Because ultimately, when it's your final days, it's you. You are what you had to worry about. Nobody else matters.
I really feel, bro, that when you're in a relationship, it can no longer be about me. It can no longer be about just bettering me. I think it really has to be about bettering us. Like, you have to better yourself as a person. She has to better herself as a person.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, everything has to come back to the marriage. Like, I mean, a lot of people might not agree with me on this one, but Annie and I, we have the same bank account. She's on my business account. We have our personal account together. Our savings account, we're on it. The only thing that we have that's different is we have a Cash App card, so we can sneak money in to buy each other a gift.
Right.
But everything has to flow together. And I know a lot of people might not agree with that, but everything has to flow together one way or another. Like, you can't keep secrets. Like, man, there's a video that I saw of this woman that when she got married to her husband, the guy was the breadwinner, so he was in your guys' situation, right? The breadwinner, she had to do her job as a woman, which was take care of the house, take care of the kids. This guy made good money, so every month her mom said, put money away. Ladies that are watching this and gentlemen that are watching this, I want to hear how you feel about this situation. So make sure you let us know how you feel about this situation. This woman married this guy, and he made good money, and she was a stay-at-home wife. And for months, she would take out $700 and put it into a savings account because her mother suggested that she should have an out plan to leave the marriage if something fails. So that marriage was already being planned out to fail because she already set up that vibration, right? But she was putting $700 away in a savings account, and the day that her husband lost the job, which comes to what you guys are saying, get back into it, right? Lost his job. She had $50,000 in this account, and this guy found out because he finally went through the account and saw that she was putting money away and said, hey, what's this money going out for? And she straight up told him, oh, it's for a backup just in case our marriage failed.
Oh.
Like, I mean, as the man that's the provider, like, you guys already been there. I've never been a provider for my wife like that financially. We both had jobs since I could remember, other than when she gave birth to my kids and she took months off and I had to pick up the extra slack of money that was not coming in. But man, hearing that story was heartbreaking to me because this woman had the mindset that it was already going to fail. And I feel like if we walk into any relationship with that mindset, like, this is my job, that's your job. Like, yeah, everybody has a part to do of what they bring to the table. But me personally, I can't see myself being with somebody that's not doing something for herself. And Annie knows that.
Right.
Which is why we both have to keep it going no matter what.
So this topic came along because Mike sent me a video, and I want to see if I can play it. I want to let you guys hear it. And this is the only reason this topic is in the table. And I'm going to put the volume up and let me know if you guys can hear it.
What are you bringing to the table?
Yes. What do most women bring to the table?
Men are tired. I'm not bringing nothing to the table, baby. Sprinkle, sprinkle.
Nothing. Well, then that means that one actually has nothing to offer a relationship.
You want a woman to bring something to the table? Go to IHOP.
And I'm sure many men would actually prefer that as opposed to having to deal with women who actually bring nothing to the table outside of their outward appearance.
Go to the restaurant where you can tip her, baby. Sprinkle, sprinkle.
And women listening to this type of advice obviously need some tips.
Because if I bring something to the table, you're going to be mad because it's going to be another man.
A man who obviously doesn't expect much out of their partner.
Who's going to not ask me to bring something to the table. He's going to take care of the bill, them kids, and everybody else. And you, if you look broke. Okay? Sprinkle, sprinkle. That's how I roll.
Yes.
Sprinkle, sprinkle.
How to roll right into a relationship that doesn't actually have a decent foundation. relying only on one person's looks and another person's money.
Said,
That's why this topic started.
Sprinkle, sprinkle.
Sprinkle, sprinkle.
I'm gonna go ahead and go out on a limb and say that bitch is single and doesn't have a man, and probably won't ever have a man or a partner with that type of attitude.
She's probably not that attractive.
I
either.
mean,
Yeah, right.
I'll give her the benefit of the doubt, bro. Somewhere out there is a simp who's gonna feed her masculine energy, and he's gonna be the little bitch in the relationship with the feminine energy.
You know what? Well,
Because that's what that is.
we're gonna pray for that man because he's obviously got some sort of psychological issue.
He's a stronger man than I'll ever be.
Like you're like she basically said that her physical attributes are what she brings to the relationship. That's it.
She can't even bring peace into that relationship if he's the breadwinner. She's pretty much saying that the moment that he can't provide for her that six-figure income, that she's gonna find another man that can bring that to the table. It's all about money for that woman.
But the thing is, there are a lot of men in the world that are okay with being the breadwinner and having a woman who stays at home. Like, you know, the lady, whoever the fuck she was, I'm sure there probably is somebody who's okay with that. It sure as fuck isn't this guy right here. But if he is okay with it, let's at least hope that she's doing all the things that would be vital to a relationship. You know what I mean? Being there physically, emotionally. It doesn't have to be financially. But hopefully she's bringing something to the table. If it's not financial, it's something to better the relationship that they have. And your piece of ass isn't it, okay? Don't even come at me with that, because that ain't nothing at the end of the day. Well, really, that is all the end of the day. But
Yeah.
it's gotta be more. Yeah, that's all. Yeah, she said she just brings that ass to the table, and that's it.
She said the only thing that I'm gonna bring to the table is another man.
Yeah, bring another man to my house. I dare you.
You know, the thing is why I could not be with a woman that is not a go-getter, why I have to be with a woman like Annie, is simply because us men, when we are the breadwinners, and I make good money, you know, but if Annie said, hey, I want to stay at home with my kids, I'll find a job to replace her income so that she can stay at home with the kids. But see, us men, we pretty much have this mindset that when we're in a marriage, it's for life. When we're in a relationship, it's for life. And we will, if our woman loses her job, we will pick up that slack, like Nick said earlier. Hopefully not forever, but we will pick up that slack. If it's for a year, we'll pick up that slack for a year. But most women won't even give us men 3 months, 4 months before they say it's time to move on, because this guy is not doing what a quote unquote man is supposed to be doing.
Mm-hmm.
And I've seen that, you know, working with people, I've seen that a lot, where the guy is the breadwinner, he makes all the money, the woman is a stay-at-home wife, and then eventually he gets injured on the job, and there's a timeline to his healing, to his physical healing, so he can get back to making that type of money.
Right.
Women put a timeline on these kind of things. Man, we really don't. I mean, yeah, I know that you guys know your worth a lot more, but man, if your wife got hurt or she faced an illness and you had to pick up that extra source of income that she was bringing to the table, you as a man, you're going to respond and say, fuck, babe, take the time that you need to heal that. Like, focus on feeling better. Man, we don't have that luxury.
Fuck that. I'm going for the next one. I'm just kidding. Yeah, but you're right. We're gonna pick that slack up. Definitely. Like, there's no way no man is not gonna say no. Thank you. Next.
I'm sure there's a lot of men out there that will. Oh, there he goes. But I'm sure there's a lot of men out there who will probably be like, "Nah, I ain't picking with that fucking slack."
Yeah. Mike.
A lot.
So, the one thing I've learned growing up in my previous profession is you always have to act. You always have to act the very next rank. So when I was a corporal, they were like, "Hey," my NCO was like, "Look, if you want to be a sergeant one day, start acting like a sergeant." Or, you know, if you want that position in that organization on the civilian side, start doing certain qualities that's going to attract you to that position. That is no different from what comes into a relationship. If I'm telling you this is all I'm bringing to a relationship, just leadership, security, integrity, accountability, teamwork, encouragement, I want you to provide the same qualities of what a wife would provide to a husband. If I'm providing those husband qualities to you, that's what I want in return. And then once we get married, we solidify that. We make that shit into stone, right? I can never be with a woman that sits there just like that video that you played. I can never be with a woman like that, because if you're telling me that we have to be married in order for you to provide certain services or certain qualities, what you bring to the table, you're just showing me a preview of what our marriage or so-called marriage is going to be like. Why would I want to fucking stress? A man's supposed to bring structure, leadership, security. Those are the top three things, right? We know what I want. I only ask for one thing, or two things: 100% when it comes to the responsibilities, but also ultimately peace. Peace. If you can bring me peace, baby girl, I got you. But if you can't bring me peace, just like that woman, she don't bring anybody peace. It sounds like she brings people STDs or some shit. I don't know what it is. But that's not what most men are looking for when it comes to what they expect a woman to bring to a relationship. And we all know this. You guys want that girl want to be on your radar, on my radar, in a million years. My girl brings me peace. We're not married, but she's acting like a wife right now. She has her own job. She does what she needs. She takes care of her own kids, stuff like that. She brings me peace. That's all I ask for when it comes to who brings what in a relationship or to the table. Yeah.
So I have a question about that. So since she brings you peace, do you because I kind of feel the same way. Like if you bring like that positivity and that peace into my life, and I can sustain the household financially by myself, I would be more than okay to take on that role. If you provided, obviously when you talk about things for the home, like the cleaning, the laundry, the dishes, stuff like that, those right there, those should be unspoken things that should just be handled regardless, because if you were by yourself, you're not going to just leave that shit to fucking sit there. You're going to do your fucking laundry. You got to have clean clothes. You got to have clean dishes. You got to, your house has to be clean, right? Well, I do anyway. I'm fucking OCD. But anyway, if that's all that she were to bring to the table, the peace, the positivity, would you be okay with that? Well, there's would you be okay doing all the financial aspect of it?
Yeah, I would, because that's our men lead by example. We're natural born leaders to a certain extent. Not everybody's born a leader, but it depends on your brought up, right, or your bring up.
Right.
But yeah, that's how we are drilled, even as young kids, young boys. Supposed to be the man of the household. You know what I'm saying? How many times have we heard that? Be the man of the household.
Right.
You make the decisions. As long as it benefits the relationship, you make those
Right.
decisions. If you want to go biblical, I would go my Christian faith. Freaking the Christian faith, the man's supposed to be the head of the house when he makes a decision when it comes to a certain aspect, both physical and mental, on the religion aspect.
Right.
So, no, if she provides peace and she works a teamwork, I think I listed teamwork as one of the qualities that she brings to the table on both ends.
Yeah.
Teamwork encompasses all those responsibilities.
Right.
Financially, could be 50-50, or let's say there are guys who say, no, baby girl, if you provide me what I need in a relationship, I'll provide you security. Financial, physically, emotionally, all that.
Yeah, that was my question.
Yeah, but to answer your question, yes, if she can provide me that, then I provide her what she needs.
Yeah, agreed. Same with me. If I was able to, absolutely. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Here's the job though. If a man is bringing in all the money, then it is the woman's job to also be financially responsible. It is a woman's job to not go and spend a ton of money on BS. If one person is the breadwinner, only one person is bringing in the income. Like what that woman was speaking about on that video pretty much also sums up the fact that if the guy is not making enough money for her nails, for her all this glam shit that women buy, then there's no need to be buying that stuff. You need to be financially responsible with the income that's coming in if it's just one stream of income.
Right.
And that's why most women want to have like a side hustle while they're stay-at-home wives, so that they can buy their little extra things that, money might be tight for some people.
Yep.
I think in today's world, money is tight for everybody. Everybody feels the crunch of how expensive things are, and no signs of slowing down with that aspect of it. But yeah, sometimes peace and just stability is often greater than the financial aspect of things at times, because you can't put a price on that. You can't put a price on peace.
I just think that a lot of relationships go into this comparison state where, because the neighbor has 3 cars, you feel you need to have 3 cars, or these people have a bigger house, or they live in a better area, so we have to live in a better area. And there's just that, like, the social statuses ruin a lot of good relationships. Like, what was it, Mike? It was number 5, right? Divorces, financial issues. And it's not that people have financial issues. I just think people are very irresponsible with how they move their money.
Yeah,
I mean, a lot of people might not agree with me on that, but
I agree.
Annie and I have a philosophy that if we can't afford it, we just need to find a way to make more money.
Okay.
What about you, Mosca? What do you think?
Hey, just match my energy. We good. I don't ask for a lot. That's the shit. Match my energy. And if you're doing your hustle, I'm gonna support your hustle. But I want the same energy back if I start my hustle. I don't ask for a lot of things when it comes to bringing to the table. I know I should, and it goes back to that judgment episode we did. But don't judge me because of the way I look, the way I act, and everything like that. Match my energy, and I bet you anything will take over the world.
And so basically, if they just need to bring to the table, just needs to be just match whatever vibe that you guys have together.
Yeah.
Whether it's financial, peace, stability, trust.
Yep.
Whatever the case is.
Or as my girl would say, teamwork makes the dream work. She tells me that every single time.
Or I used to say happy life, happy wife, but what does Vato's
my God, don't
wife
ever
say?
say that.
What does Vato's wife say?
Happy house, happy spouse.
There it is.
There you go, right there. Happy house.
That's more important right there, because
But
the house works as a function, you know what I mean?
That's what I was saying.
Don't get me started on that whole.
I used to.
happy life.
Oh, well, we're gonna talk about that later. But I used to live on that happy life, happy wife until I heard the happy spouse, happy house one. I was like, holy shit, this makes a better sense.
I think a lot of people lived on that. A lot of people have lived on that for a really long time, and you know what I mean. It's kind of yeah. Although that can be true in some places, but where the fuck do you come in? You know?
Yeah.
Where do you come in? Where does your happy come in? Especially if you're bringing everything to the table. Especially if you're bringing everything to the table. Okay, you may be bringing everything to the table, and you're making your wife happy. But what about your fucking happy?
Happy wife, happy life.
Fuck no. Fuck no. Fuck no. You can be mad all you want.
I don't like you right now, Mosca. I really don't.
And unfortunately, that is the philosophy that a lot of people. It's like a generational curse. That is a generational curse.
We need to get out of that. We need to get out of that happy wife, happy life.
Yeah.
Because what makes a real relationship work and stay working is when both people are fucking happy. Not just one. Not just one.
Preach,
And
brother.
that financial aspect of it does keep women happy. I mean, you hear my kids banging on the door. But the financial aspect does keep people happy, men and women, okay? Because I know there are a lot of women out there who are the breadwinner and they have a man who might stay home. I'm not going for women. This is just for everybody as a whole.
That is definitely a topic that we'll be touching on in the near future. Happy wife, happy life, happy spouse, happy house.
And I think for that episode we'll have with your permission, Vato, we would like to have your wife in for that. And then we'll go from there. But yeah, like I said, a lot of men live out there happy life, happy wife, but I've learned that just because your wife is happy doesn't mean you're happy. I'd rather go with the other theory, happy house, happy spouse, because at least, or happy spouse, happy house, everybody's happy.
I don't like those terms.
No, I neither. I hate it.
I feel like, God, man, I'm gonna go down a rabbit hole. I'm gonna go down, you know what I mean? What works for one may not work for work for all.
Exactly.
I mean, you know, Vato and his wife, they've been doing it, and it's worked for them for a long time, and I commend that. You know what I mean? What works for them may not work for anybody else in here, or anybody else out there listening. And for the people that are out there actually listening, what do you think about when people bring to the table? Okay, when people are bringing to the table, what are your I don't want to say requirements. I mean, yeah, I guess you could say requirements. You could say requirements. Yeah, or your expectations. But expectations are a little, you know what I mean? You can expect one thing and you're going to, you could settle for something. You know what I mean?
That's why I said that. Because it gives you
like
area room to work with.
Yeah. So let us know that, because I really want to know. I know all of our thoughts on it. I really, man, there's so far I can go. But I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it right now. I'm not gonna do it.
What,
this
Mike?
this is where I'll become an asshole.
Hey, we'll leave that for the next one.
Yes, please do.
We'll leave that one for the next one. So get ready, people out there. We'll have that happy life, happy wife, happy spouse, happy house conversation coming soon.
I might be sick that day.
I'm gonna hurt a lot of people's feelings that day. I'll be honest with you.
Like we haven't already.
Oh no,
Me
I'm
too.
pretty sure
Me
it-
too.
it is
Me
like-
too.
Like we haven't already.
I'll drop an email link so you can put all your hate comments to there because that's where they're gonna go and never get seen. So I don't really give a fuck.
I'll drop a link too. It's gonna go straight to Mosca's inbox.
Shit, I'm still getting backlash from a couple of episodes, so we good.
Okay, good to go. As long as you're
We
okay
good.
with that. Y'all heard that. You heard it from the first.
Bring
He's
it.
okay.
Bring it. What? We right here. DMX couldn't have said it any better.
But I think as far as the aspect of what everybody brings to the table, I think we're all in agreement. We all have our differences of what we expect as four different men. I mean, but in the general census is, we all come to an agreement that, you need to at least bring something. It doesn't even have to be, life isn't all about financials.
Bring whatever you can and accept what your partner can bring as well. As long as you're both making the marriage or your relationship or partnership work, that's really what matters.
Yeah.
And don't be afraid to set your boundaries on the things that you don't agree with and find a way to synchronize.
Built from it. Don't push away from it. Built from it.
God, I was gonna say something. I don't get it. Make so many people mad.
If you guys bring different shit to the table, built from it, it might go further and further than that. That's how I see it. Just match my energy, for fuck's sake. Fuck. Stop putting me in the fucking
Mosca.
friend zone.
Mosca, you better start friend zoning some of these women, bro, before they friend zone.
I get friend zone before I even get to that fucking point. The fuck? Fuck these women. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh.
And that, what? Wow, you called that one on yourself.
Whatever I said negatively, I'm pretty sure most women should say, "Don't screw that," or "Don't words Mosca now." All right.
Yeah, they're
No.
all just gonna hear what Mosca said. It doesn't even matter what we
It
said.
doesn't
You
matter
know-
from this point on. They're gonna hear what they want to hear.
You guys know what Mosca brings to the table. You
Friendship.
heard him. You heard him in
I'm
this
sorry.
in this episode. You heard him say what he brings to the table. So match that fucking energy. Match the energy. Build with him if that's what you're doing. Grow with him. Don't take this motherfucker for granted, okay? You guys need to stop doing that shit. Yeah. You guys need to stop doing that shit.
Look, if like I've always said, match my energy. If I'm gonna put all this fucking work, please put it back.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah.
Look, and it comes back to like even to this podcast. I have 3 amazing men in here. I put in work on the backside, but guess what? They put in work out there. They're matching my energy with all this, and I'm matching their energy. Each and one of us are always matching each other's energy. We're always supporting each other. We're always supporting this damn podcast. So the same way we match each other's energy, and the same way we expect each other to do something, I expect that shit from my partner. Once again, match my fucking energy. Stop asking stupid questions. Just match it.
If you don't match his energy, leave him alone.
Look, but that's relationship talk. We'll get
be
there.
everybody's peace. Be everybody's peace. But if you
I'll
can't
bring
match
different
me,
shit to the. Leave me alone, please.
if you can't match me, I'm not going to be 100 forever, okay? And I'm too old to be 100 anymore all the time anyway, so
That's true.
I'm not young anymore. I don't work fucking hard anymore. Do the bare fucking minimum now.
Look, that's gonna come up to two new topics that we're probably gonna talk about. Two different episodes that are coming up. One, like I said, one is gonna be Happy House, Happy Spouse, and I know we're gonna turn tables, flip tables, and all that shit on that episode. But we're also gonna have that communication aspect. We're gonna have how long is a talking stage aspect. That's coming along. How long does it take for you guys to move in together if anything happens? You know, we have all these topics coming up, but they're all built from this one right here. It all starts in this episode right now.
If anybody out there has any thoughts on what he just said as far as topic wise, please reach out, or more importantly, put it in any of the areas where you can listen to the podcast or view the podcast. Put it in there, engage, like, share. We appreciate it.
On that note, any final thoughts, Vato?
Just make sure that you guys give us your feedback. Show some love on our podcast. Whatever platform is your favorite one, just go. You know, if it's Apple Music, go rate it. Give it a 5-star. Why the heck not? Even if we get under your skin. If we get under your skin, that's not an us problem. That's a you problem. You got some things that you need to work on. It's not my fault. It's not our fault. And if anything that we say resonates with, I'm getting a lot of men that are hitting me up and are saying, "Hey, I listened to the episode." My wife likes all the episodes. She's like, "You guys are talking about things that are true." So show some love, show some support. Share this podcast with a guy that you know is going through it. Share it with a woman that doesn't know how to treat her man. You know, whatever. We're here for it.
Nick, final words, thoughts?
Yeah, I'm gonna resort back to my asshole ways. Yeah, if there is something you don't like, please tell me, because I love to argue and I love to be petty over anything. So I will run with it and I will revolve my life around it just to make you uncomfortable, because that's what I like to do. And going back to what Vato said about sharing it with men who might be going through it, that's what this is here for. This is what we're here for, to shed light. And in my experience, there are a lot of you women that don't know how to treat a man. There are a lot of men who don't know how to treat a woman as well, but far more women who don't know how to treat a man, because they don't understand men. They don't take the time to really understand men. But now that you know what we bring to the table, maybe you'll have a little bit better understanding. Mike?
I think everybody has an idea what to bring to the table, but I'm gonna do something different. Usually I go out with a bang, but I seen this quote, and I'm about to read it too, that kind of resonates what I'm currently dealing with in my current relationship. And it'd be the same thing for you, Vato, right? The quote goes, "There is no connection more powerful than two people bringing their individualities to the table with no intentions of diluting each other's essence, but instead celebrating what makes each other unique." So just take that for what it is, and I'll be honest with you, you know, and I'll do a shout out. He does shout out to I do a shout out to my girl, man. She matches my energy when it comes to what we bring to the table. So I don't know.
Amen.
And on that note, we are out for the night, the day, the morning. Hey, remember, these episodes come out every Tuesday morning, every Friday morning on YouTube. And I don't know if it's out now on this episode, but stay tuned. We will have a subscription available for those of you listening to it. You guys don't have to wait till Tuesday to hear it. So stay tuned. We're out.
Peace. Later.
Later, everybody.